California weather, it's like 90 degrees. It's making me hot and it has the same effect on me.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Melanie. Welcome back to my channel. This is where I make and create stuff to sell at my store in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're called Windmill Vintage Designs. Anyways, we have this cute little dude right here. Check it out. It's just a little pine piece, always handy, great to use for lots of different things. We're going to give this guy a new look. We're going to use some Iron Orchid Designs products, which you can also find at my store if you're interested in those. And yeah, here we go. As always, we're going to give this a good clean. I'm using TSP. We're going to start out giving this a nice crumb coat, and this is Antique Villa by Wiseowl. Now that we have that base coat on there, I'm going to go ahead and start adding in some aviary. This is one of the new colors by DIY.
Shaking from the urge of being with him. I act a little dumber when I try to get his number. I'm so nervous that I'm losing grip.
We're going to use these. These are Iron Orchid Design stamps, and they come in so many. I cut them off of their plastic, and I don't know which ones we're going to use yet, but we're going to use some of these to create something beautiful on here. You can see there's ferns, there's butterflies, these monarchs, there's just all kinds of cool things. So we're going to put those down there, and then we're going to choose which ones we're going to use. We're also going to use Iron Orchid Designs inks. You have these cool little ink pads, so you can put the color ink that you want on here. And then we're going to use this cool brayer, and we're going to roll it on there, and then we're going to put it on the stamp, and we're going to stamp that dresser. When you first get your stamp, you just want to sand it lightly in both directions. That way it's primed and ready for the ink or paint to adhere. This sprayer is a must-have. It makes stamping so much easier. I'm serious, guys. It's awesome. Cool thing about these stamps is that they're absolutely reusable, and you can do whatever you want. So you can see me here picking up different colors because I want my butterfly to have different tones in it. So you want to take your stamp, flip it over, and gently push it down. You don't want to squish. You don't want to move side to side. You want to go straight down, hold it with one hand, and use your fingers to make sure that every part of the surface is attached to your surface. Then pull it straight back up. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp just a regular piece of paper with my same one. It still had some ink on there, so I just put it right over. Now we're going to cut that out, and we're going to use it as a mask so we can create a more beautiful look with all these stamps. Just watch, you'll see. So you want to take your mask and put it directly over your stamp, and that way you can start building upon them. So now we're going to kind of start layering our stamps. So the one that you put first will be the one in the forefront of the image, and the ones that go behind it will look like they actually are coming out behind it. So if every time you do a stamp, then you make a mask of it, you can keep all these in an envelope. Then when you go to use this set of stamps again, you'll already have them. So you only have to do this one time.
Shaking from the urge of being with him. I act a little dumber when I try to get his number. I'm so nervous that I'm losing grip of myself. My body's giving up on me, cause I don't know what to do with my fingertips. I wanna run up through his hair, but don't stare.
Then when you're ready, go ahead and pull all your masks off, put those aside, and you'll be able to see the beautiful image that you made. This is air dry clay made by Iron Orchid Designs. They worked really hard on this formula to give it a better feel and work just a little bit better than your average paper clay. In that big salt shaker right there, I have cornstarch. So I'm going to go ahead and just dust it in, and then brush it back off with the chip brush. That way I can get a really nice release of my paper clay. That little tool right there is just an angle bracket that I got at the hardware store. You can use a putty knife, you could use a spatula, you could use a credit card, you could use, well, just anything that has a flat surface. You want to drag that off, you want your surface to be nice and smooth, and then you're going to roll your mold back and release your mold. Make sure you stick around to the end and head over to the comment section after and the description. That way you can see all the products that I'm using. I'll list them all out there.
This California weather, it's like 90 degrees. It's making me hot and he has the same effect on me. It's just something about the way that he's making me feel. My insides are out, I just want to shout his name.
I'm going back in with my Antique Villa and I'm going to give these guys a base coat. Now I'm going to just lay them out and kind of see like how I want them. Kind of get your placement down before you get out your glue and start gluing them down. Here I'm cutting this one because I want that door to still open and close. Another thing that's really cool about these is that you don't have to wait for them to be dry to paint them or to glue them on. Mine are still wet. I just made them. You watched me do it. I'm going to go ahead and place them down. I use wood glue because, well, that's what I have handy. But you can use almost any glue. I'm going to go ahead and do the top the same way that I did the body. Antique Villa first, and then I'm going to put in some aviary and blend it in nice and good.
Shaking from the urge of being with him. I act a little dumber when I try to get his number. I'm so nervous that I'm losing grip of myself. My body's giving up on me.
Got a lot of different colors going on right now that I'm adding in there. We've got some kissing booth. That blue is River Rock by YSL. I'll put them all below. Now that I have all my molds colored, I'm going to go back in with some watered down paint. I'm using Antique Villa watered down. I'm using Apothecary watered down. I'll put it all in the comments below, I promise. And I'm just going to go ahead and do kind of like a wash on it. When you take one of those mechanic tails and you put it onto the paint when it's wet and it's watered down like that, and then you rub and you pull it back, you're going to get like you're kind of pull back out a little bit of your base coat. It just kind of gives you a different look.
This California weather, it's like 90 degrees. It's making me hot and he has the same effect on me. I act a little dumber when I try to get his number. I'm so nervous that I'm losing grip on myself. I get a little starstruck when I see him. I couldn't hate him even if I tried. Am I a little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side? I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out. And we got a little tipsy on a Saturday night. Yeah, I want him and I need him. He's got a one-way ticket to my heart.
I'm definitely trying to blend it all out. I do not want my molds to be that super bright color. I want them to just have a tinge of it and then just blend into the piece. I'm really going for a nice soft look here.
This California weather, it's like 90 degrees. It's making me hot and he has the same effect on me. It's just something about the way that he's making me feel. My insides are out, I just want to shout his name.
Normally, I always put clear wax first, but for this one, I really want the white to be very prominent. So I'm going to go ahead and put the white wax in the places that I want. And yeah, we'll go from there.
When I see him, I couldn't hate him even if I tried.
If you're interested in more videos on waxing, I'll put a little link above, okay?
And I need him. He's got a one-way ticket to my heart.
So here I'm adding in some dark wax. Just kind of shading those out a little bit. I don't know if it was a good idea, and honestly, in the end, you can't even tell. So maybe skip that step. I don't know.
See, my hands are shaking from the urge of being with him. I act a little dumber when I try to get his number.
Oh, the power of clear wax. I just love DIY's clear wax. It's absolutely amazing. So now I'm going to go back in. I didn't like that brown that I put on there. So you can see, I'm just going to put the clear and I'm going to rub it back. And yeah, it kind of just disappears. So as we wax, you can see it change. I love that. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you're interested in any of the products that I use in the Iron Orchid designs or the paint, you can find it on my website at windmillvintagedesigns.com. One more thing. Is there anything you want to know? Anything you want to know? Any questions? Go ahead and leave them in the comments below. It could be about painting. It could be about the store. It could be, well, it could be about me. It could be about Hamish. I don't know. Leave that in the comments below and I will answer them in the next video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You guys are awesome and I'll see you soon.
This California weather, it's like 90 degrees. It's making me hot and he has the same effect on me. I act a little dumber when I try to get